stories are important when I listen to, whether it's Aboriginal educators or Asian educators and so on, relate the histories of our peoples. Because we don't get this in the curriculum. We don't get these stories about our heroism, about our struggles, about how we overcome incredible obstacles to be in this room and to talk with each other and to share our dilemmas and to say we need to come together. Poverty, isolation, violence, erosion of rights. And as folks in the organized labor movement, this is encroaching on you as well. Workplaces that do not want to unionize, that want to take away hard-fought gains because there's always somebody out the door looking for a job in this retrenched, downsizing environment, right-sizing environment, outsourcing environment, free trade environment. And so the challenge comes to us about where do we see our allies? Where do we see individuals who may not necessarily be in a union movement, but have the same goals about a fair wage, about not being discriminated against in workplaces, about having access to health care, about being seen in political decision-making, about having the faces of their ancestors reflected in our schools, in our curriculum? I think these are common items that the union movement is concerned about and that the non-governmental community organizations are concerned about. Buying Canadian. You know, as jobs go elsewhere because of various policies that our government has entered into and so on, it becomes more and more difficult for us as Canadians to keep our manufacturing base here. And we read that the auto industry is being affected by these number of layoffs. And we read that pulp and paper is being affected by these, and so on and so forth. Our government buying south of the border or buying elsewhere. And we have the capacity to produce those things here. And within that, how about procurement policies that talk about employment equity? That talk about purchasing from businesses that come from diverse communities as well? How do we integrate immigrants into the workplace? How do we look at job accreditation? All these things will be in front of you over the next couple of days, including looking internally, audits of the labor movement in terms of gender equality, in terms of anti-racism and other equity issues. The opportunities are there for when you leave today and you get on the floor tomorrow, how to push these resolutions to the front so that the delegation as a whole hears from you. These are now, these are important. Without these things, we cannot stand whole as a House of Labor. And if we can't stand whole here at this point in time, we are not going to be able to form the alliances with the non-governmental community sector that is there as a natural ally. We will not be able to bring together the overwhelming majority of Canadian citizens and First Nations people who want the same kinds of changes.